What is up, guys? Thank you for checking out another Guido Stackin video. I really appreciate that. In this video, we're going to be talking about the Gods of Olympus. Finally, a decent release. It's been a while since there's been a release that's exciting. Other than, if I had to say one, it'd be the 2-ounce Chad revolver. But other than that, there has not really been much. 2020, they released Zeus. It seems like 3 months later, they released Poseidon. And then 3 months after that, they released Hades. This series went by so fast. It was crazy. Very popular series. They appreciated really well. They've come down in price. And now it seems like they're going to sort of creep up in price again. If you are behind on the series and you would like to catch up, it might not be a bad time to maybe grab the coins you're missing. For an example, I'm missing this one right here, Aphrodite. And I'm going to explain why in a minute. If you guys didn't know, this is actually a remake of a original series that they did a while ago. The original series had 6 coins. It had Zeus, the coins that have already been released. Zeus, Poseidon, Hades, Aphrodite, Athena, and Hera. That was it. Now, the reason why I'm actually making a video and it's actually exciting is because they're introducing a coin that was not part of that original release. And that could be, that could mean that they are going to release 2 more gods after this release of ARES. The reason why I'm saying 2 more, it seems that they are doing it in 3s. So let's see what happens, but I don't think they're going to release ARES and then just call it quits. I really believe that there's still going to be 2 more gods after this. So, because of the huge success of that original series that exploded in price, I mean, to the point where you wouldn't even believe me, what they were going for on eBay, especially the #1 Zeus going for almost $7,000. They decided to make more affordable versions of these coins and obviously mint more of them at $13,500. And what I like is that they've maintained that mintage all the way through, even though this has been a very hot series. Occasionally, when a series gets too hot, they will raise the mintage ever so slightly, but just enough to devalue the coin that's being released, right? So, it's amazing to me that they even have Zeus available for sale still. It's amazing that Poseidon is still available. They're $60. You can find them cheaper on eBay. I know a lot of you don't like eBay, but the truth of the matter is, it's going to be very hard for you to buy a fake Zeus or a fake Poseidon. Just make sure you're buying from someone reputable. You can save yourself a few bucks. These might start getting more expensive closer to the release of ARES. This is going to totally reignite this series with the release of ARES. So I'm just warning you, if you're behind on the series, close the gap while you can. I know it's expensive, but it is fun to complete series like these, and especially ones that have proven to appreciate in value. I'm not gonna lie, these have been pretty volatile. There was a point where the Zeuses were almost at $100, the Poseidons were going for like $80, and even the Hades that was probably voted the ugliest coin of the series was going for $75. So they've come down in price, but here we go. We might start seeing them come up again. So if you have any gaps in the series and you would like to close the gaps, now's the time. For me, this is where I stopped. Aphrodite, I don't own it. I just bought it before it's gonna go crazy. I don't know if they're gonna go as crazy as the others, but I bought it. I'm missing it. It seems like the series is going on longer, which is good for coin series. Usually the longer the series, the more they appreciate. So it's good that they are extending this series, which is good news for the Zeus, the Poseidon, and the Hades, especially those three first initial releases. Now, I know you guys know they offer the regular standard BU version, they offer the antique version, they offer the 5 ounce, they offer the gold. My opinion is to definitely not go back to any of those. If you didn't initially buy the 5 ounce Zeus or the antique Zeus, I do not suggest going back and doing that now. Stick with the regular BU versions. Now, if you want to start dabbling with the ARES and maybe buy the 5 ounce and maybe buy the antique, and maybe if you're really feeling froggy, buy the gold, it's not a bad time because it's about to be released, which is usually the cheapest time to get those types of coins. So my game plan, guys, you don't have to follow what I'm doing, but this is usually what I do. I usually buy 2 rolls. I buy 1 roll that I will sell almost immediately for literally pennies on the dollar, hardly any margin, just to help out people that are trying to save money and get a hold of these coins. Because it will, even though I'm paying retail for most of this stuff, I'm still able to get them cheaper because I am buying in bulk, avoiding the taxes, and passing the shipping threshold. Whereas if you were to buy one of these, you would have to pay shipping, you would have to pay tax, and the coin ends up being more expensive. So I'm able to sell you guys the coins cheaper off rip when they are first released. That's usually my plan for the first roll. The first 19, I should say. Because I am also doing this series, so one of them is mine. So 19 of them. I pass on the 5 ounce. I pass on the antique. I pass on the gold. No reason in particular, only because I just rather not mess with certain ones. The only reason why I have decided to change that this time around with ARES is because it's a personal thing. ARES happens to be one of my favorite Greek gods. So I'm getting a little fanboyish on it. I bought the 1 ounce gold, which is definitely not my MO. I do not buy this type of collector's gold at all. It is not my MO. But I decided to splurge on it, and they do appreciate. So if I do end up getting sick of it, I know I would be able to turn a profit at some point down the road. The key to all this, though, is you have to time this stuff. There's going to be a point where they will get too expensive, where it looks great. They're being sold for $80, but nobody's buying them at $80, which means you've already missed your chance to flip. Because then what happens is everybody starts undercutting, and that's when we start having the prices coming down. The sweet spot, so what I would do with that second roll is usually right in between when the distributor or the dealer runs out of them, and maybe a week later start selling them at whatever the going price is at that point. They usually increase on average maybe about $5 to $10 more per coin once the dealers are out. That's usually what it is. These coins went nuts, as I mentioned. People were buying them for $80 for a while, That's not a normal thing, and you're not going to be able to sell a full roll at $80 each. I just don't see it happening. It's going to be difficult. So timing is everything. I have bought the 5-ounce. I bought 2 5-ounce, one for me, because once again, Ares, I think, is a cool god. One of my favorites. The gold, I bought one only, and I bought 40 of the regular BU versions, which I suggest for you as well. So, anyways, if you want to complete this series, there's a lot of upside at the moment. We don't know exactly what's going on. If you happen to know, put that down in the comments. If they are going to release more of these coins, because it seems like they're releasing them 3 at a time. The first wave was Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades. Then we had the goddesses. We had Hera, Athena, and Aphrodite, which I'm missing, which I bought today before they get crazy in price, because they might. Who knows? They might release another 2 gods. And if this series gets longer and longer and longer, it's only going to make the older ones more expensive, and it's going to get a lot of newbies that are missing out on the older coins to come in, and that's exactly how coin flipping works. That's exactly why they end up getting more expensive. So, anyways, guys, let me know what you think. Let's check out the coin at the moment. So here is the new Ares. I think it's cool. This is the 5-ounce, but whatever. You get the idea. It's the same coin. A little generic in my opinion. Arrows in the background, pretty cool. My favorite part of this coin by far is right here. Ares just stepping on some dude's head. That's cool right there. They could have done a little bit more, but this is definitely much better than the Hades. The Hades coin should have been the coolest one in the whole series, and they really dropped the ball on that, and that's unfortunate. But, so anyways, let me know what you think of the design, and the mintage has stayed the same, which is another positive thing. I forgot if I've mentioned that to you already or not, but 13,500 is the mintage, and it stayed the same, which is good. It's always good when they stay the same. So anyways, let me know what you think, and I will talk to you guys later.